Hi there, Lloyd Machedo speaking to you from LloydMachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Okay, in this video, I'll just share with you a couple of videos that I managed to get from the internet with regards to the bombing that took place in Abu Dhabi, which, to be honest, I didn't think it was so serious, but these subsequent videos will show you. I'll just put the timestamp in case you want to go to that video. The second part is I will share with you the headlines or the updates which are not spoken about in UAE, okay? Because if you actually look at it, UAE will, speak only, or rather allow those bits of information that positions it in a positive light, which I totally understand. However, I'll try to give you the side of the story that is not mentioned in the media, at least, which is not shown around in Gulf News, Khaleej Times, and Emirates newspaper. And last but not the least, I'll share with you a few bits that was shared with me by Emiratis as well as people who are who are informed about this matter. Okay, first let me do this. Let me start with sharing with you a couple of videos which I've taken from the internet, okay? Now, uh, I'm looking at the other screen. What it says here is air traffic in and out of Abu Dhabi airport has been halted due to the rocket attack on the city by by Yemeni forces. Okay, and then you have these videos. I'll be putting them separate. Okay, but first let me just show you. One is the UAE anti-missile defense interception at Houthi rocket over Abu Dhabi. The second one is multiple rockets or drones targeted in Abu Dhabi in the past 30 minutes. This was all taken around, let's say, 12 hours ago. People were wondering whether it was successful or not. Then you have another video showing the UAE air defense intercepting incoming missiles or drones in Abu Dhabi, which is a short video, not very big. Then you also have the aircraft bound for Abu Dhabi International Airport holding patterns to the east of the city. Several aircrafts with an altitude of 33,000 feet have lower flown the city. Then you have this slightly longer video, which I shared with you before. Video of the air defenses launching to intercept the missile attack in the vicinity of Shamama area in Abu Dhabi. Okay, this was a long video. This one was pretty shocking. It's around 20 seconds, 23 seconds long, I think. Footage showing the intercepted missile debris or anti-air defense debris falling on Abu Dhabi, UAE. Okay. So these were most of the videos that were shared in and online. And I don't know how far it has been publicly shared in UAE.
كاميرات هاي ولا شو السالفة؟
With regards to what the Emiratis, some of the Emiratis who are close to this matter have shared with me, what they are saying is they have been given strict instructions not to discuss this on social media. Even the armed forces, they have been told that very serious punishment will be not awarded, or rather, very serious punishment will be given to those military people who indulge in social media. Strict warning, straight away, maybe you'll be even jailed. The other thing is nobody is allowed to have an opinion. You cannot have, because they don't want discussion on social media with regards to this, who's right, who's wrong. They have been instructed not to engage in any kind of discussion. See, it's not just the expatriates who are worried about this. Emiratis themselves are worried. Nobody wants war. Okay, nobody wants war. And this is something just to share with you. I did get, out of all the messages, to my surprise, I got a Yemeni who shared with me a video online. And he told me, share this on your, on your YouTube channel. Now, I don't want to actually get into this, to be very honest. And whether you believe me or not, I support UAE. Support UAE in the sense, I've lived in UAE. UAE is like my home. I may not agree with some things like this, like even in India, I may not agree with some of the policies, but I'm not going to look forward to harming the country that I came from, that is UAE. So, I politely declined that, no, I'm sorry, I would not share any video that, you want to broadcast, whatever. There were some messages there, and with regards to telling the UAE people, whatever. And I don't want, there were subtitles. They're actually using, what I've noticed is the Yemeni Houthis are actually using the power of social media to communicate their message, and that's how they're doing it. And Yemen, I don't think, is a very small place, so it's not very easy to find where they are. Okay. Now, did I miss out on anything? Okay, those were some of the bits. The other things that I want to tell you is, I've taken a printout. I've taken a printout of the bits that I want to share with you. Now, Al Jazeera has stated the headline. I'm just going to read the headlines. It says, dozen killed in Saudi-led coalition air raids on Yemeni prison. At least 70 people were killed on an air raid on prison in the northern city of Sada, and dozens were wounded. Now, if you actually look at Al Jazeera's channel, the UAE ambassador to the UN, she was speaking about the Yemeni people being terrorists, the Yemeni rebels being terrorists. However, the Al Jazeera reporter or journalist asked her, what about these 70 innocent people who were killed by UAE and Saudi forces? There was just no answer. She dodged the question. They asked her again. She dodged the question. They asked her the third time. She still dodged the question. And the diplomatic answer, the allies and UN has, said blah, blah, whatever, that this is an act of terrorism or whatever, didn't address the issue. In fact, some of the officials in the UN have themselves stated in very diplomatic terms, they're very concerned about this. The UN is nothing but just total waste of time. They're not going to do anything. Okay, they're just going to say, oh, we are concerned, just like how they keep talking about different issues. Whoever pays them more money, whoever is in power, they will support them. So I don't believe in the UN doing anything. Okay, so that was Al Jazeera. Another one was CNBC. It said ballistic missiles intercepted over Abu Dhabi. US State Department issues alert. Okay, and it seems that as per CNBC, there were some fragments of the ballistic missiles that fell in different areas. I showed you in the video that was before. Then the Washington Post stated the following main bits. UAE intercepted 2 missiles. Then the Houthis have pledged to expand their operations, so they're not going to sit down now. They're not going to keep quiet. I do not know what suddenly gave them the courage to suddenly say that, that's a big question. Even I'm searching for the answer. The second one is Houthis communication minister said their internet will return within hours. Then UAE retaliatory strike killed 2 in Al Jawf. Now it's obviously much more. Then US citizens. This one is pretty important because I got a couple of my friends from USA, friends in the sense people who are in touch with me, who are based in and around UAE. They said US citizens in UAE have to maintain a high level of security awareness. They even shared with me the screenshot. I'll see if I can get it, warning them. Okay, so now see, this was with regards to what is happening. Now I want to share with you which one. This is from, I'm just looking at the screen, don't mind that. Middle East Eye. Okay, now most of the news outlets that are in UAE, Gulf News, Khalij Times, Emirates, they will be only pro UAE. It's common practice, whether USA, whether India, whether anywhere, they'll only position themselves in a positive light. Everyone else is in a bad light. Like if in Iran, I'm pretty sure they're not going to say US is a force for good. So in the same way, I was searching for bits of news that would give both sides of the story. So that's why I'm reading the other side of the story. I'm pretty sure you would have read UAE's side of the story. So this is what the from the Yemeni side, okay? Middle East Eye. I'll put the links all down below. What it says here, I'll read it quickly because there's a lot to cover, including Bloomberg. Houthis tell foreign companies to leave unsafe UAE after a deadly bombing. Warnings follow Saudi-led attack on UAE Houthi-led detention center that kills hundreds, and earlier Houthi strikes on Abu Dhabi. Okay, so now what the Houthis are trying to target is tell all the investors, listen, we want you to leave UAE. The reason why they're saying this is not only they want to harm UAE. Oh, I have calls. Sorry, let me put this on mute. They not only want to harm UAE in the best effective way possible, they want to hit UAE where it hurts, and where it hurts is investors and foreign exchange. And if you notice, UAE's population, 90% is all expatriate. So they want to really hit them where it hurts. So what they're trying to do is tell all the foreign companies, listen, you better leave UAE. Yemeni rebel Houthis on Friday called on foreign companies to leave UAE after Saudi-led coalition fighting attacked a detention facility in the northern part of Yemen, killing at least hundreds, with the second attack shut off the country's internet. And that is what the Washington Post said. They said the internet will be coming back on. The military coalition supporting Yemeni's international recognized government has intensified air strikes against what it calls are Houthi military targets after an Iran-aligned group conducted an unprecedented air assault on UAE, as well as launching cross-border missiles and drones in Saudi city. The UAE supports forces are fighting the Houthis. In a tweet after Friday, Houthi forces spokesperson Brigadier General Yahya Sari wrote, after the massacre committed today, our dear people, we advise foreign companies in the UAE to leave, as they are investing in an unsafe state, as long as the rulers of the state continue to attack our country. Like I told you before, if UAE stops the attacks, I think or UAE withdraws completely and says, okay, enough, apologize, sorry, whatever. Yemen will mind their own business. I mean, nobody attacked UAE before. Why now? UAE presidential advisor Anwar Gargash warned earlier this week that the country would exercise its right to defend itself after 17th January Abu Dhabi attack, which was claimed by the Houthis. Like I've told you before, why in the world would anyone attack UAE? It is because UAE did it first. If UAE and Saudi wouldn't attack the Houthis, and I said this even before Expo 2020 took place, that one day Yemeni Houthis are going to target UAE. So this is exactly what has happened. The Emirates have a legal right, legal right to protect and defend their land, population and sovereignty, and will exercise the right to defend themselves and prevent terrorist act pursued by the Houthi group, he told US envoy Hans Grunberg, according to the official WAM agency. Dubai alone is home to 45 Middle East and African headquarters of multinational companies and more than 21,000 African companies. The numbers are going up. Bashir Omar, a spokesperson for International Committee of Red Cross, said the numbers are going up following the attack on the detention center in Sada, the home city of Houthi rebel movement. Okay, more than 100 killed and injured. The numbers are going up, said Omar, citing hospital figures. Now, here's the thing. You're attacking civilians. I Okay, I agree. I understand. In war, you do not know who's a bad guy, who's a good guy. This has happened even with the US attacking. You remember that family of 10 people, especially children. But we need to ask ourselves why, what is the reason that the Yemenis are attacking UAE? What is the reason? Okay, they just didn't wake up out of the blue and said, we're going to attack you. Anyway, Ahmed Mahat, the head of mission in Yemen for medical NGO Medicine Sans Frontières, I hope I got that right, called the incident a horrific act of violence and said it is impossible to know how many people have been killed. See, like I told you, UAE will portray UAE in a positive light. Yemen will portray Yemen in a positive light. I'm trying to find the balance between both. Now, here the problem is innocent people have been killed. From what I hear, my colleague in Sada, there are many bodies still at the scene of the airstrike, many missing people. Al-Gum Horiye Hospital in the city so far has received 200 wounded, and they say they are overwhelmed they cannot take any more patients. In fact, I did see some of the videos that are online. Obviously, I can't share them because copyright due to news. And there are quite a number of them, especially Arabic websites. The people who are in the hospital, they are not military people. They're like civilians, some are children. So, like I told you, it's in war, it is innocent people who are being killed and who have to suffer. Like Palestine, okay? What is happening? Israel and Palestine. Who is suffering? The women, the children, the families. They are the ones who are suffering. They can't go to school, they can't study, they don't have access to basic health care, Footage released by the Houthis on Friday show rescue workers pulling bodies from a rubble following the raid on the prison that was used as a detention center for migrant workers transiting the war-ravaged country. Reuters quoted a witness saying that several killed were African migrants. Okay. Further south in Hodeidah, a video footage shows body amid rubble and dazed survivors after an attack on telecommunications hub. Yemen suffered a nationwide internet blackout following the attack, a web monitor said. A statement from Save the Children said 3 children were killed in the attack on Hodeidah. Okay. Yemeni voices are not heard well enough, so with the internet and telecommunications being down, people are dying a slow death while the world doesn't know. Afra Nasser, a Yemeni researcher for Human Rights Watch, told Middle East Eye. In legal terms, bombing civilian infrastructure is a war crime, so this is brutal. This is terrible for the civilians and aid workers, for civilians, for civil society organizations, for human rights partners that we work on the ground. How can we get the reports out of Yemen? United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the attack on Saturday, calling for an investigation and accountability. Like I told you, nothing is going to happen. UN can only make some noise, but in the end, nothing is going to happen. The Saudi-led coalition on Saturday denied the detention center, the Saudi official news agency SPA reported. Obviously, they'll deny. I don't think any one of them will say, yes, we made a mistake, we attacked children. Have you ever heard anyone say that? Other than USA, which had to admit, okay, because they couldn't hide it. The coalition will inform the Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs in Yemen and the International Committee of Red Cross on facts and details, the state news agency said, citing a coalition spokesperson. See, in the end, innocent people keep dying, and this doesn't help anyone. Like right now, when they have attacked Abu Dhabi, I mean, who are the ones who will be suffering? If a bomb did explode, who would suffer? Civilians. And does it help anyone? Does it benefit anyone? War itself is bad. One of the messages that I happened to get from a war contractor, what he said is, whenever there is a war, I see, it raining dollars. I see the cash register ringing. They are very happy. They are very happy that there is a war because then their services will be used, weapons will be supplied. So it's not civilians, it's these people who are, engaging in war that will benefit. The war in Yemen erupted on September 2014 when Houthis seized the capital, Sana'a, sparking a civil war that forced President Abd Rabuh Mansour Hadi to seek refuge in Aden and then Saudi Arabia. The kingdom and its allies intervened on March 2015 and since have carried out more than 22,000 airstrikes in an effort to roll back the rebels, with one-third striking non-military sites, including schools, factories, hospitals, according to Yemen Data Project. The UN has estimated that the war has killed, now pay attention to this, 377,000 people by the end of 2021, both directly and indirectly through hunger and disease. So I'm pretty sure nobody in UAE, nobody in Saudi, nobody in Gulf News, Khalij Times, even Emirates newspaper, they're going to say that this war has killed 377,000 people. Well, they'll just say that these are terrorists, they are attacking us. I mean, there's a reason, right? The world has also declared Yemen the worst humanitarian crisis, as heavy artillery and sky airstrikes have hampered access to healthcare and increased pressure on the facilities that are still functioning. So just imagine if tomorrow something happens in Dubai, how much UAE, especially the airport, especially tourism, especially Emirates Airlines is going to suffer. UAE has always dreamed of being the Middle East hub. Now with all these problems, Saudi is going to take advantage. Don't think Saudi is going to sit quiet. Don't think Qatar is going to sit and do nothing. It's a game of politics. Qatar is obviously going to capitalize on this and say, come invest here. We like to be at peace with everyone. So, Saudi, maybe they will not say it directly, but obviously they want to compete with Dubai. So, it's like you just do not know who's your friend, who's your enemy, who's playing the game, So overall, what I can tell you is this war is not going to help UAE by any means. It's only going to cause harm. I do not know why UAE never saw this happening, especially when they attacked with Saudi, they attacked Yemen. I do not know why they never considered. Now, having done it, the only thing they can do now is ensure that there's no more damage done. But then again, you and I have seen historically people and countries do lots of stupid things, lots. I just hope that this is one where calmer minds prevail and they just make peace. End of the day, for me, UAE is home and I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to UAE. What UAE has done with Yemen is really bad. You just have to reverse the roles and ask yourself, if what they did in Yemen, if Yemen had done that to Dubai, do you think, or UAE, would UAE keep quiet? Anyway, keep me updated. Whatever I get, I'll definitely share. And please, a very important caution, please do not discuss this on social media. Don't post it on social media. Don't post it publicly, and especially live videos, just don't take it. I hope this gives you a better insight of what is happening. Keep me updated. This is me signing off. You guys take care.